and Trang. She is a Master WITKO3, currently holding PhD in Education, and is also on a Mentor A-WIT journey. She carries a heartfelt aspiration to build and nurture the WIT community in the US. And that's also where she lives now, and shares her values. Not only a remarkable talent in academics, Miss Trang is also a pioneer who has led numerous inner being and financial awareness courses in English, connecting and inspiring the international community. Yeah. And with deep appreciation and heartfelt respect, let us show her our hearts and flowers as we welcome Miss Trang into our Zoom space today. Yeah. Miss Trang, we are ready. Please take it forward. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Cô Kelly. Hello everyone, how are you doing?
I'm great, thank you.
I'm great, thank you.
It's wonderful to see few new faces today. Hello, anh Lato Pacer, Phương Nguyễn, and obviously it's my privilege to see the usual face. Tường Vân, Phan Xuân, Mạnh Khang, Ngọc Thanh. All right. And thank you ever so much for our supporter, our MC Kelly, cô Kelly, and anh Thọ. Okay. Xuân Khánh, you are new today as well, right? It's to come to my realization that there's quite few of you not quite understand like fully 100% English. So if it's the case, then maybe the bilingual session would be more suitable to you. Anh Trang để ý là trong Zoom của chúng ta có một vài anh chị là nói tiếng Anh. Nếu mình nói tiếng Anh 100% thì có thể các anh chị chưa hiểu hết á. This particular session is only in English. Cái nội dung của chương trình của chúng ta thì bằng tiếng Anh. Cho nên là nếu mà anh chị chưa có hiểu hết mà muốn tham gia học tập, muốn tham gia để mà vừa nghe được tiếng Anh mà vừa học được nội tâm, then I would like to introduce you to the bilingual session going on every day between 9 to 11 in the morning. Thì An Trang xin phép được giới thiệu với cả nhà cái chương trình song ngữ nội tâm hàng ngày từ 9 đến 11 giờ đã diễn ra trong vòng 6 tháng qua, hàng ngày luôn, cả 7 ngày trong tuần luôn. Thì nếu mà thuận duyên mời cả nhà tham gia vào chương trình buổi sáng 9 đến 11 giờ. So every day I shared inner beings knowledge in bilingual. So I basically speaking English and then Vietnamese, alternate between English and Vietnamese. So maybe it's more suitable for you. Thì chương trình buổi sáng 9 đến 11 giờ Anh Trang chia sẻ giống như vậy nè, có nghĩa là nói một phần câu tiếng Anh, xong sẽ nói câu tiếng Việt, nói câu tiếng Anh, xong lại nói câu tiếng Việt, và sẽ viết xuống những cái từ vựng mà nó chưa có quen thuộc với lại mọi người, thì có lẽ sẽ phù hợp hơn. In this particular session, trong cái chương trình nội hàm của cái chương trình PreMentor 7 English, PreMentor 7 này á, thì is 100% English. Này nó 100% tiếng Anh là. So you must have a certain English foundation in order to understand the content that we're going to share. Thì cả nhà đâu đó phải có một cái số lượng vốn tiếng Anh đã vừa đủ rồi thì cả nhà mới thật sự có thể thấm được cái tri thức này. Otherwise, it's quite pity for you to join here just for the sake of English. Còn không thôi á, thì mình tham gia vào cái chương trình này thì cũng rất là ngon, bởi vì đâu đó mình được nghe tiếng Anh, mình nghe cả tiếng Anh nội tâm luôn, nhưng mà nhiều khi mình lại chưa có thấu suốt được cái nội dung thì cũng khá là uổng á. Yeah. So okay, I put it in the chat box now. If you want to join that session, that is the link Zoom, and if you join the Zalo group, you will receive the information every day. Thì anh Trang có bỏ lên chat box á, cái link Zoom chương trình song ngữ mỗi ngày, cũng như là cái nhóm Zalo để cả nhà nhận thông tin chương trình chia sẻ ha. The content of the bilingual session is various between inner being to finances to people to 7 offerings. Nội dung của cái chương trình song ngữ thì nó rộng hơn một chút, là anh Trang chia sẻ hết tất cả các nội dung của từ nội tâm cho đến tài chính, cho đến sức khỏe cho đến nhận thức đủ đầy về con người, cho đến 7 bố thí, thì luân phiên chia sẻ các chương trình khác nhau. But within PreMentor 7 course, we only sharing cause, effects, cause and effect, cause, condition and effect only for now. Trong nội dung của chương trình PreMentor 7 tiếng Anh thì hiện tại là đang theo sát nội dung của nhân duyên và quả, similar to what has been sharing in Vietnamese version, tương tự với lại chương trình mà các thầy cô trong nhóm ươm mầm PreMentor 7 đang chia sẻ đó cả nhà. Okay, so that's it. That's finished the storytelling part. Now I'm going to continue with the session. Phần quảng bá xong rồi ha, giờ Trang sẽ quay trở lại với nội dung chia sẻ, and from now on it will be 100% English. Và từ bây giờ sẽ là 100% tiếng Anh nha cả nhà. Okay. So thank you ever so much for your presence. Thank you ever so much for being constantly learning, non-stop learning, and thank you for just showing up here every single day. Okay. Yesterday we already talked about the meditation of appreciation and gratitude. Okay. The appreciation and gratitude. We know that the information of appreciation and gratitude is inner emotional touch. And the energies of appreciation and gratitude is where the obvious disappear, the obvious end, when the obvious stop. And the material manifestations of appreciation and gratitude is when we recognize the existence of people and see the usefulness of all things. Okay, so today I would like to talk deeper in this part, the material manifestations of appreciation and gratitude. Okay, so when we analyze the usefulness of all things and understand the importance of people, we are appreciating and being grateful for that. Okay. So for example, when we see the importance of people around us, it means we appreciating them from a material perspective. So the emotional touch comes from the inner emotional touch, which comes from the information aspect here, and from an energies perspective is eliminate taking things for granted, is eliminate the obvious. So when we find the reason for the existence of people or material things around us, is a form of appreciation, okay, and gratitude. So regarding material things in general, understanding the usefulness of all things means we appreciate that object. Okay, let's take an example. Let's say example. If we analyze what value this pen bring us. Okay, if we analyze what value this pen bring to us, we have appreciated already. Okay, because we appreciate it, that is help us. That's why we analyze the value this pen brings us. Yes, you understand it here. So just using it for its intended purpose to create value, okay, that is appreciation. So if we use an object for its intended purpose to create value, that is appreciation. So if we understand simply that a pen is made for writing and we use it to write any information, anything down, okay, so we appreciate the value that is provided us. So using it for its intended purpose to convey the message, so that's already show great appreciation and gratitude for the pen. So using a products, using any products and services for their intended purpose already showed appreciation and gratitude. So when we put people in their proper position and roles, not even talking about enhancing their role yet, okay, we already showing our appreciation to people. Okay. For example, if we see people working in sanitation, helping us dispose of garbage, yeah, without them, wouldn't garbage pipe up? And when you see their role in social labor, their importance, are we appreciating and be grateful for them even more? So some say they feel pity for those workers, but pity is an appreciation. If you being pity for someone, you feel pity for someone, you are not appreciating them. But instead, understand the reason for their presence, understand their importance and position, then the energies of appreciation has manifested materially. Okay. And for appreciation and gratitude, be careful not to let things become the obvious. We don't want things to become the obvious. When the obvious appears, appreciation and gratitude disappear. So be careful not to let things become obvious, or we often talk to each other in our daily life that taking things for granted. So either the obvious or taking things for granted, they say the same meaning. So as for information, okay, we nurture our inner emotional church. But there are times we cannot maintain emotional church forever. But we shouldn't think usefulness lies in the information. Okay, our inner emotional church is the root information of appreciation and gratitude. So though when we talk about being judged, people perceive it as energy expressed outwardly. Yeah. But if we think flexibility, the root of appreciation, gratitude lies in inner emotional church within information. So that's a human conceptual thinking transcending itself. Okay, we did talk about conceptualization before, did we? Okay. So when we receive something, we feel unworthy. At that moment, appreciation is born. Okay. And even if we don't have the energy of appreciation, gratitude, or inner emotional church, if we sit down and analyze the usefulness of all things and the existence of the importance of the existence of people, the importance of the existence of people, Okay, and sometimes the importance of a person, the importance of people. Okay, please replace the existence to the importance. Okay, if we can recognize the importance of people and the usefulness of all things. Yeah, so the importance of people and the usefulness of all things. I think that's better, is that way. Okay, so sometimes we may not feel grateful for someone, but their position is irreplaceable. Okay, no one can replace them. Yeah, because they hold an important role, hold an important position in society. So you see in society there's a division of labor. People respect other roles and position and their important event even without generating the energy of appreciation. But this is still called appreciation gratitude. Okay, so some roles that even say the name of it, we already feel appreciation and gratitude, such as doctor, right? So for those doctors who work in hospital, okay, just saying the roles of a doctor who works in the hospital, we already feel the importance of their roles for our society already. But for different division of labor, such as cleaner, okay, street cleaner, okay. As first on the surface we see that they have no importance at all. They're not important at all, but for sure without them, our society, which is all create a big chaos in our society. So in reality, when we observe what we appreciate, okay, what we appreciate about our health, okay. So for example, do you observe that our master, he appreciates good health? So when you look at our master, you see that he appreciates his health a lot, right? Even though he doesn't say that he appreciates and grateful for his health, we understand that he recognizes the usefulness of having good health and what value it brings to life and society. So our master, he understands that giving good health is very important at this stage. Okay, and with the water he drinks, he always maintains the temperature of 49 degrees, because when he drinks, and he always drinks before he gets thirsty. So he doesn't wait until his throat is dry to drink, but he drinks before his throat getting dry, in order to maintain a good voice and the consistencies of the sound for years, and he can speak continuously days and nights. And as soon as he feels hungry, he provides the energies immediately by taking supplements, taking nutrition. Okay. And obviously, we often heard him saying that he eats 6 meals a day, okay, and he gets complete nutrition. He also takes care of his skin very well. So, by being healthy and young, it is very important, because it brings hope to people when he is staying, when he have good health, when he look young, look handsome. Okay, it is important for people around him. Okay, it gives them hope. So health is important. But obviously, he doesn't often say it out loud that he appreciates and be grateful for his health, okay, for his body. But instead, he finds the usefulness and importance of his own health. So it's not what we say, but the root comes from our inner emotional touch. So for external material manifestation, we need to look at the usefulness, okay, of the usefulness of all things and the importance of people. Let me rewrite this page. Appreciation and gratitude. Appreciation, gratitude. Okay. On the left side, we have information. On the right side, we have material. And on the top, we have the energy. So the information of appreciation and gratitude is inner emotion touch. When you feel inner emotion touch, okay, that is the information of appreciation and gratitude. Inner emotional So an inner emotional touch is when you feel you are unworthy of what you being received, unworthy of what you been given. Okay, so when people doing something for you and you feel that is you are unworthy for it, okay, then it is the, although we say it is a feeling, but it's actually the information of appreciation and gratitude. It has been conceptualized into the word inner emotional touch. Okay, and when we feel the inner emotional touch within us, then the energies of appreciation and gratitude appear. That is when the obvious disappear. The obvious and or stop are no longer there. Okay, and the material manifestations of appreciation gratitude is when we recognize the importance of people, and the usefulness of all things. Okay, the importance of people and the usefulness of all things. So for external material manifestation, we need to look at the usefulness of all things and the importance of people. So just need to state the reason for the existence, the usefulness, and the existence of people. That is when we show our appreciation, gratitude already. So the deeper part of information is inner emotional touch within conceptual thinking. So for many years, okay, our teachers, he said, our master, he has maintained good health to support people. So if we can't find the energies of appreciation and gratitude for our body, for our health, how can we create long-term value, right? Let's say if you become an inner coaching consultant expert and you work the amount of work that you're doing, just similar to what our master doing right now, sharing like 7 Zoom sessions a day, and on top of that, a lot of in between there'll be a lot of meetings and working with the people around him. How can you be able to maintain your health if you don't see the importance of people around you, if you're unable to see the usefulness of your bodies, of your health. Okay, so by seeing the importance of your own health and the usefulness of your body, and by doing that, you maintain a good health, you maintain a vitality in order to continue to create a long-term value for society. So when you hear information that in the future many plant agriculture billionaires will appear in our country, okay, when you heard the concepts of plant agriculture billionaire, can you generate the energy of appreciation right there? Yeah? Is everyone still understand what I'm saying so far?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, thank you, Kelly. So we appreciate these people who appear because they plant regions in certain ways. So they export fruit in certain way. They follow certain planting processes without organic processes. So how could they become billionaires, right? So how many people solve food problems for the country? When the country has plant agriculture billionaires appearing, you see that country become greener. And you understand this idea. So what do you think when an education billionaires appear? When proactive healthcare billionaires appears? Or when a world technology billionaires appears? Okay. That country's technology developed when many tech billionaires disappear, right? And the countries become strong. So there are billionaires in many fields, in many industries, but we should support these billionaires. Why? They're already rich, why do we need to support them? Because their appearance changes the nation, changes the country. Just understanding the importance, sometimes we feel their appearance doesn't relate to us, but that's not true. When tech billionaire disappear, when technology's billionaire appears in our country, we can still sit here and learn via Zoom. Without technology, we cannot, communicate with each other like this every single day. Without technology, okay, could we have the condition for online learning? It's impossible, right? So, isn't the value you receive from transformation related to these people? So the interaction in Zoom going on right now, okay, although it can be better, it's good already, it can be better. So we can communicate with each other. You can listen to me, okay, I can see your face, okay, every time I ask a question, I can see either you nodded or you shake your head, so you understand or you don't. So we can communicate, okay, whatever we want, however we want. Just like an offline event, an offline learning, but our resource investment is super low, while the value is very high, and dozens of countries can learn together. We see that just sitting at home without spending money, you can still enjoy learning like this. So it's wonderful because the technologies billionaires appears. Okay, so we feel the immense gratitude and appreciation for their creativity, for their work, or just by their existence, they're bringing us so much value already. When Facebook, TikTok, and other social media was born, we might criticize social media, but we should appreciate and be grateful to them. Okay, because without them, how could we simply search for courses, for online courses? How could we be able to connect with people, with friends from years ago, and we can find them on Facebook, we can find those good information on YouTube. So we haven't fully analyzed their usefulness, we just see it superficially, but the values is immense. So you understand the concept of being willing to analyze the usefulness of all things. So willing to analyze the usefulness of all things. Okay. Recently, I've read a document about the importance of magnesiums and zincs in gut microbiome development. So years of research, their success in science, but what benefits does it bring to the nation? If we analyze the usefulness of it, then we possibly understand. And when our Vietnam country produce a PhD professors, a young person who can do 1,000 squats or 10,000 squats, it might, okay, with the normal person, okay, previously 1,000 squat is seemed to be normal, okay, but now the whole wit community, everyone can do 10,000 squats. So we didn't say that who could do that, who cannot do that, even with 100 squats, okay, make the normal people go dizzy. But after seeing, a lot of wit, mentor, masters, okay, together squatting for 10,000 times, now everything becomes simple for the later comer, the newcomer, the new students. Yeah. So there are many realities in our communities that if we see the importance of people and recognize the usefulness of all things, then we can be able to achieve all of those realities. So the energies of appreciation and the usefulness, appreciation, gratitude, and the usefulness of it is very important. When you see the importance and the usefulness of someone's success in our society, you will generate the energies of appreciation, gratitude materially. So in our daily life, if we don't take things for granted, if we don't see looking at things as obvious, then we simply appreciate and be grateful for everything. And if it's rooted in information and inner emotional truth, it's incredible. It's the root energies of appreciation, gratitude. So understanding this diagram, you can stand at any corner of appreciation and gratitude. But the information is the root of the whole thing, is the foundation of this diagram. So when we talk about being useful to our children, to our loved one, we look for their usefulness. Okay. While in our inner state, we erase taking things for granted, we erase the obvious. Yeah, we don't let it invalid. So this means every day we need to recreate that initial meditation, initial mindset, okay, the beginning meditation, as is very important. Like when you first receive any value, the second time should feel like the beginning. So it's like John's the inner being courses, even though this is the KO2, okay, you already done KO1 session, KO1 courses, and this time if you joining again in KO2 for some familiar face, then okay, whenever you participate in the lesson, you carry the initial meditation, the beginning meditation to approach with your learning. Okay. Hello, cô Linh Lê. So appreciation leads to possession, gratitude leads to permanence, and those who possess with the appreciation, those who appreciate will possess. And again, one more time, speed comes from appreciation. Directions comes from gratitude. It means that if someone wants to move quickly, they better appreciate. if they want to move with direction, okay, nothing else but gratitude, gratitude will guide them. So these are some basic content for anyone who wants to understand the meditation of appreciation and gratitude. Okay. And we begin learning how to apply appreciation and gratitude to people, apply this energy of wisdom to everyone around us. So the true value of the energy of appreciation and gratitude lies in the fact that when we receive the value from another human being and we respond with a genuine energies of appreciation and gratitude, we are not just honoring that person, not just appreciate that person, okay? We are also contributing to the creation of social value. Yeah. So we need to understand the energy of appreciation and gratitude is something very, very wonderful. It carries a unique vibration. So if someone gives us kindness, we respond with a heartfelt gratitude and appreciation. So we create a cycle of giving and continuation. Okay, the cycle of pay it forward. Okay, pay it forward. We naturally feel inspired to give back and pass it on. Yeah, and if what we receive is something undesirable or even painful, then these energies help us transform the situation. So instead of resentment, okay, we seek the lessons. Instead of rejection, we find out impressions. And instead of suffering, we arrive at out enlightenment. So this is the quiet power of appreciation, gratitude. It turns life into a classroom, paint into enlightenment, and human connection into a sacred and a bridge of information. So the energies of appreciation and gratitude is truly something extraordinary. And honestly, I don't even know how to fully express it to you, because this energy is immense, it's transformative beyond words. Just imagine, right? Imagine what if we begin to cultivate this energy within our families, within our organization, within our country. How do you think life would look? Let's take a moment to reflect. Yeah. Today, we take national security for granted, don't we? We think that we living in safe in a country like Vietnam or America, where is the obvious. But looking at few countries in the world right now is still in war, is still fighting for their life every single day. Okay, and back in the day, do you remember what is war like? Stepping outside in the wartime? I mean, obviously we don't, because most of us were born in the peace time, right? But looking at the country right now that's having war currently, the people in that country had to fight for their freedom every single day. So we are very fortunate, we are very blessed, because we live in the country which have national security to protect us. We no longer fear for our lives. We're just taking a bus or going anywhere. It doesn't mean that we're risking thieves or loss. And now we sleep peacefully, knowing there's people watching over us. So thanks to our security system and law enforcement, we feel safe and protected. So let's not forget about food security as well. Today, if we have money, we can eat anything we want, right? But in the past, even desiring a certain meal was luxury beyond reach of certain people. and yet we hardly even notice anymore. Almost all of us indifferent to these blessings. We think that they are obvious. We're taking them for granted. So think about it. Our government officials, our security forces, the police, the military personnel, they are working tirelessly day and night to protect our land and our people. So that's give us the peace of mind when we experiencing right now. And also the internet we are using at this very moment. Okay, it wasn't always this way. In the past, could you even imagine accessing this kind of knowledge from the comfort of your home with the minimal cost without even traveling? Okay. Ask those who have spent years of studying without the internet. They will tell you they spend millions, even billions of money, a lot of money, but still couldn't access the kind of knowledge that we are receiving right now. So here we are, learning, connecting, growing through something as simple as just sitting online. So can we take a moment to truly appreciate and be grateful for this? And also to nurture within ourselves the energies of appreciation and gratitude. So for all the invisible blessings that we are receiving every single day, let us awaken to this truth and let us nurture the gratitude, appreciation within us, not just in thought, but in energies, in the vibration, in our being. So for only then we can truly receive, we can truly transform and uplift ourselves, our family, and the people around us. Okay. So that is the value of the material of appreciation and gratitude that I just shared with you. Do you understand what I've just shared? And to show the importance of people, I would like to share one of the topics that maybe haven't been shared before. And this we're gonna talk about the 9 golden words for harmonious relationships. Would you be interested in it? So, 9 golden words for harmonious relationship. Nine golden words for harmonious relationship. Okay. 9 golden words for harmonious relationships. Before I'm talking about the 9 golden words for harmonious and relationship, would anyone like to share what you have learned so far about appreciation and gratitude meditation? What you have learned, anything new to you as a lesson, or if you have any impressions or attend any enlightenment or realization with the knowledge of meditation, appreciation and gratitude. So before I'm going to talk about the 9 golden words for harmonious relationship, okay, I would like to listen to some of you share with everyone here what you appreciate and gratitude in life. Let's put that simple. So what are you appreciating and being grateful in your life right now?
Mình Khang.
I would like to say that I'm very appreciative of, first of all, the WIC community and also my parents for first my mom introducing me to WIC and also my dad for paying all the expenditures of WIC. So that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Mankhang. That's very earnest of you. Okay. Anyone else would care to share what you appreciate and be grateful for every day in your life currently? Yes, chị Phan Xuân.
Yes, I am very appreciation and gratitude for this class, for our class. Very, very thankful to you, Miss Anne. You always answer my question, and you make me understand the inner being. Yes, thank you so much. And I want to thankful to my husband because for a long time I don't realize that he very important for me. Yes, for a long time I see I think he the with my obvious. Yes. And now I realize that the presence of him is very important for me. That's all.
Thank you to you, and thank you to your husband too for taking care for you, so you can continue to learn, continue to participate in this class. Yeah. Okay. So 9 golden words for harmonious relationship. As we all know, marriage and family are 2 of the most important pillars in the relationships, okay, in the human relationships. So apart from Mankhang, anyone in here not having a family yet? Anyone in here haven't got married yet apart from Mankhang? So I assume that everyone had a marriage already, have a beautiful family, okay? So we probably understand the importance of marriage and family in our life, yeah? Even with Mankhang, even though he haven't had his own family yet, but he can clearly understand the importance of his parents and how it is important for him that his parents have a harmonious marriage. Right. So this is a deeply influenced, because marriage and families deeply influence our overall happiness. So our parents' happiness is our own happiness. Our children's happiness is also influence our happiness. Okay. So have you ever noticed how some families live in harmony and love, while others' families are constantly struggling with conflicts and disharmony, which lead to mutual suffering or even separation sometimes? So the questions here I would like to raise is that how can we light up the path of marriage? How can we light up the path of marriage? Or in other words, how can we build a harmonious and fulfilling marriage life? Okay. And what a blessings that all the concerns and questions that we've been carrying have already been beautifully condensed by our Master into 9 golden words for harmonious relationships. And that's unlocked the door to harmonious and happy marriage. Okay. So this 9 golden word, the 9 golden words that is love, sexuality, finances, share language, share agreement, share journey, share source concept, share energy vibrational frequency, share mental image. Okay. Don't worry, I'm gonna write down in a minute. So I just want to take a moment to say that I feel deeply grateful to Total Karma for entrusting me with this for me to be able to share this knowledge today, so we can all gain the right awareness and access to transformative tools to build a strong foundational for harmonious and fulfilling marriage. And from there we can sow these beautiful seeds into our community and society at large. So, do you know, let me ask you a question, do you know what marriage is? And before we talk about the harmonious marriage, right, we need to first define what is marriage, right? We must first define what is marriage, what is harmonious, what is happiness first, before we can talk about the harmonious relationship, harmonious marriage. So any one of you have the real life experience that you have somehow create the safe space in your family, create the harmonious relationship in your family? Any of you have some real life experience and reality that you care to share with everyone? Share about your family, your marriage, any reality, any real life experience that you have. About marriage, about family. Anyone would like to share? So we can gain a bit more understanding of reality, right? Not just what I'm saying, but what is actually going on in your family right now. Is that the matter? Chị Xuân Khánh, I know that it's your first time, but would you like to share some of reality that you have with in your marriage, in your family?
Thank you, Miss Anne. Yeah, I'm living with my mother in Ho Chi Minh City, and just like 2 people in our family only. And there are some cats, and I love them. My mother used to bring them up, and then now she's just like getting older, so that's why that is just like I will take her responsibility. And my mother is just like a really wonderful woman, wonderful mother, and also a wonderful father. But sometimes when I'm talking with her, we just like a little bit argument for the conversation, and she's quite strict when I use the words, because we have like two
Generation?
Yeah, two generations. So that's why she is very strictly when I talk to the others. And but now I'm feeling getting better when I join into inner being classes, and I'm so grateful with like the informations, the lessons I'm learning from the course. Yeah, that's all.
Thank you for that beautiful reality. So you and your mother's relationships have improved after you learning this knowledge, right? Thank you, Xuân. Okay. So we know that our life, as either we're looking at marriage or looking at family life, each member in the family viewing life through these three lenses, the lens of science, the lens of religions, faith, and the lens of wisdom-based ethics. Okay. So, if that's the case, let's examine what a harmonious and fulfilling marriage or harmonious and fulfilling family look like through the three perspective. Okay. So with the science perspective, with scientific perspective, we have the root cause formula of life. Okay. The root cause formula of life. With the religions, faith, religious perspective, we have the human, energetic, structure. And with wisdom-based ethics perspective, we have the triangle of reality. Right. So we see the three standard reference systems. Okay, these are three standard reference systems. Okay. And we see how each apply to the reality of marriage, or reality of family. So, from the wisdom-based ethics lens, using the triangle of reality, our current marriage is formed based on what we know, what we believe, and what we understand about marriage. In other words, what we know, what we believe, and what we understand about marriage reflects the current state of our marriage. So from the scientific lens, using the root cause formula of life, the person you are with, you are living with, you are in love with right now, regardless of how they appear in your eyes. They were chosen through what felt like your most accurate, most fitting, and the best choice at that time. And the root of that choice stems from the mental image. The mental image you condition daily about marriage. Okay? So this comes from the image. And this from what we know, what we believe, what we understand, and it is our source concepts. It is from our mental image, or in short, our image. Okay. So the root of all of the choice that we made to pick that person to be our loved one, it stems from our mental image that we condition daily about marriage through what we hear, see, say, and know. You understand what I'm saying? And that's why there is a saying, among hundreds of millions of raindrops, not a single one falls in the wrong place. Of all the people we've ever met, not one is by accident. Okay. If we say it in Vietnamese, it's far more poetic than in English. Among hundreds of millions of raindrops, not a single one falls in the wrong place. Of all the people we ever met, not one is by accident. 100 triệu hạt mưa rơi, không hạt nào rơi nhầm chỗ. Những người ta từng gặp, không một người nào là ngẫu nhiên. Among hundreds of millions of raindrops, not a single one falls in the wrong place. Of all the people we ever met, not one is by accident. Okay. And finally, from the perspective of religions and faith, based on the Buddhist reference system and the human energetic structures, okay, and the karma, the total karma we plant in our consciousness, the countless past lifetime, determined whether our marriage life will be filled with fulfillment or challenges. Hence, our ancestors said that it takes 100 of years. It takes 100 of years of cultivation to share a boat, and 1,000 years to share a bed. Have you heard that in Vietnamese term? I don't know. It doesn't really exist in English, as Western people doesn't really believe in countless lifetime as such. So they don't have the tradition, the cultures of like countless lifetime. So it only exists in the East, not the West. So with the East, our ancestral sayings that it takes 100 of years of cultivation to share a boat, and 1,000 years to share a bed. 1,000 years of cultivation. Okay. Giờ tu 100 năm mới đi chung thuyền, tu 1000 năm mới ở cùng chăn gối đó nha. So it takes hundreds of years of cultivation to share a boat and thousands of years to share a bed. So the person that you are currently living with work together with you in this lifetime, okay? You have been cultivating 1,000 years for that. So let's treat them with appreciation and gratitude every single day. What it's saying is that the person that we're living with, either they are our parents, our siblings, or our spouse, okay, we have worked together through many lifetimes in order to get here. And in each lifetime, we must have brought each other joyful feelings. So that now, in this life, currently, okay, they are willing to share this life with us. You understand that? So once again, where does our current marriage, our current family life is desirable or undesirable? We can rest assured that there is a way to recreate the condition, rebuild the source concept, and recondition the subconscious, the image, the mental image in our marriage. Okay, so in human energetic structure, we have what we call the inner state, or the energy vibrational frequency. We just put inner state here. Inner state, and we know that our inner state, we have negative inner state, positive inner state, and balanced inner state. So if it is negative inner state, then somehow we have formed evil deed. If it is balanced to positive inner state, then we have already cultivated merit and blessing, merit and good deeds. Yeah, remember that when we talk about the human energetic structure topic. And we can do so we can achieve the desirable family life, desirable marriage, by masterfully applying the 9 golden words, the 9 golden words. So let me draw a diagram for you, so you can see these 9 golden words for harmonious relationships. Okay. So in the middle we have marriage, family, this is the triangle, marriage and family. The outside we have, first we have this 9 golden word. Obviously start with love. Okay. Love, sexuality, okay. Finances, that is the first layer, the first 3 words. The secondly, we have shared language, share language in the information corner. Then share journey, shared journey, and over here we have shared short concept. No. I put it in the wrong order. Yes, that's right. Share source concept. Share language, share journey over here, and okay, share same agreement. Yeah, share journey, share concept. Yeah, share agreement. Up here, share agreement. Let's do it again. Okay. First we have love, sexuality, and finances. Okay. Secondly, we have shared language. Okay. Shared agreement. And shared journey. And the last three words are shared source concept. Share source concept. Short concept. Okay. And the energies we share the vibrational energy, vibrational frequency. Shared energy, vibrational frequency. Okay. And lastly, we shared the mental image, or put a short shared image. Okay. Shared image. So this is the 9 golden words for harmonious and happy marriage and family. So in the first layer of the triangle of reality, we have love, sexuality, and finances. In the second layer, we have shared language, shared agreement, and shared journey. In the final layer, we have shared source concept, shared energy vibrational frequency, and shared image. Okay. Right. So first of all, let us explore. Okay. Let us explore the first layer of love, sexuality, and finances. Right. But before we go into explore each of these words, let us explore the key concept of marriage. Okay. So the key concept of marriage, according to Vietnamese marriage law, the law of marriage and family in Vietnam, marriage is the relationship between husband and wife established through lawful procedures, aiming to live together and build a harmonious, equal, progressive, happy, and sustainable family, right? So according to Vietnam's law on marriage and family, marriage is the relationship between husband and wife established through lawful procedures, aiming to live together and build a harmonious, happy, and sustainable family. So I feel blessed to have lived and and grown up with various family throughout my life. And from observing how people interact, I realized that if both parents in a family shared alignment in source concept, in mental image, and in energy vibrational frequency, and they move together toward a common goal through shared language, shared agreement, shared journey, Okay, then in essence, no challenges is insurmountable. No challenges can unable to overcome. Even families starting from material poverty, okay, even with family they was in poverty, over time they can rise to holistic wealth. On the contrary, even if we don't yet attain material success, the inner integrity in their alignment sets the bright example for their children to grow into future achievers. And that's why our elders say that when husband and wife are united, even the vast eastern sea can be empty. So that's the saying in Vietnamese. That's the elder often said. Okay, there's someone to call JSL. It's a nice abbreviation name. So when husband and wife are united, even the vast eastern sea can be empty. So if even the boundless eastern sea can be leveled, then surely the everyday difficulties of life can be overcome, as long as both look in the same direction. So shared journey, that's important. And this is not only closeness, but the highest level of martial relationship that we must all strive toward. So when we talk about different stages of relationships, okay, then the best stage is as closeness, trust, okay, and affectionate. So affectionate, trust, and closeness are the last three stages of the martial relationship that we should heading toward to. I really truly admire those people who in the marriage where two people are harmonized in love, in sexuality, and in finances. Okay, and they shared all 6 alignments: shared language, shared agreement, shared journey, shared source concept, shared energy vibrational frequencies, shared mental image. And though these 6 alignments, they gained enough power to break through limits that we could never imagine. Okay, so let's explore these 6 alignments and apply it to love, sexuality, and finances, and see how they help to form a harmonious and fulfilling marriage. So first, to form and sustain a marriage, it must be built on 3 foundational pillars. The 3 foundational pillars, that is love, sexuality, and finances. Okay. Have you noticed that in your old marriage, for anyone who had marriage here, not the single people, okay? So conflicts often arise when one of these 3 foundations is lacking. Okay. If you can re-examine your old marriage, okay, then can we agree that conflicts often arise when one of these 3 foundation is lacking? Either your marriage lacking love, either your marriage lack sexuality, either your marriage lack finances. Okay, any of these will create conflict immediately. Just one of it. Okay, and we agree on this. Hello, Colin Lei, and a very experienced woman in marriage.
Hello everyone. So such a hot topic, this one. Like I have to come in so I can feel the energy in the room. Because as soon as the camera turns off, I feel like, there's a disconnection. Mm-hmm. So can you repeat your question, please, Anne?
Yes, my question is properly to the experienced woman in marriage and answer that better. If when we re-examine our marriage, for whoever got married already in this Zoom, apparently we have 2 single in here, and not many people in the Zoom either.
Actually, Son có married chưa? Son có family chưa em? Rồi đó.
So,
Only Mạnh Khang là chưa
Mạnh
thôi.
Khang,
Right?
Xuân Khánh
But Mạnh
as
Khang
well. Xuân Khánh
has
is single.
experience with his parents.
Yeah, Xuân Khánh is single, right? And I don't know, Thầy
I'm still
Phước,
single.
Thầy Thọ. Yes. Thầy Thọ, are you single as well? So the number of singles and the number of married
Cô
people
Khánh
is
là
kind
single,
of
two singles here. Anh Phước có
Yes.
con nè. JSL is our teacher, thầy Thống. And I heard you wondering JSL.
I was wondering, yes, I was asking. Right, JSL.
Yeah.
Chào thầy yêu dấu. And I think thầy Thọ also single as well. I'm wrong, I don't know. Maybe Cook
Yeah. Thầy Thọ is the PreMentor with
Yes.
come
So
7.
I'm wondering
Yeah.
if he's
I
single
think, you
or
know,
married.
with your question, when one of these 9 points is out of alignment, yeah?
Yes.
Is that what you're
So,
asking?
yes, the conflicts
I think
often
it's
arise.
very common. One that is a common with my work with parents and children, and my various years of working with parents and children as well as my own, is when we don't share the same concept about raising children.
Okay.
When you don't have the same concept about raising children.
Yeah.
So say you have children, yeah, and then husband might think that just let them go and be easy, and then the wife might think that you need to have discipline and have to work hard, or they have to be clean, or what I've often seen is the kids, little girls, and they have to look very pretty, and their hair has to be done beautifully, and then the mum would stress out, and then dad would be, that's okay, let the hair go, and that often can start conflict over time, with many things like that. So when we don't have the same concepts, when we don't share the same concepts about raising good children, that can really get into, sort of like it then becomes the an issue
Yes.
to be resolved.
Okay.
Is that what you're asking, Anne?
Yeah.
Like when there's, when we don't share the same concepts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I can think of the energy one, when we don't have the because it's my favorite word, it's shared energy, vibrational frequency.
Yeah.
So it might be all good. Like at home, it happens all the time in my house, even though I've been on this journey for so long. Linh có nói nhanh quá không mọi người? Sorry, no one's.
It's
Linh có nói
fine
nhanh quá
for
không
me,
mọi người?
but it's fine
Linh
for me,
nói
but
lúc mà
I'm
nói
sure
tiếng Anh nó hơi
everyone
nhanh
else.
á. Yeah, and especially.
Số bạn bè.
Yes. Could you please slow down your speed a little bit?
But when you speak in English, it's like why English sounds so fast. Is when I translate, I realize cái chữ ý nghe, right? You say ý nghe, it's actually the will to know, the will to hear. See, there's so many syllables in one word. Like reception, it's like thọ tưởng hành thức. Reception, perception, is a little, and consciousness. There's so many words. That's why it sounds fast. What I'm saying is đang cãi rồi đó thầy Thống. Linh là chúa cãi luôn á. Anyhow, so I want to share that with the frequency, when we're out of alignment with one another, it can cause, I guess, disconnection within the family. Such as, you say, if I'm at home, I'm all good, and then the husband comes home and he's not feeling good because he hasn't had a good day or something, immediately we're out of alignment. And when there's out of alignment, as you know, when we're vibrating in a low frequency, everything he sees might be wrong. Everything he sees might be wrong. So it's often the other way around. He comes home, he's all happy. I'm at home, I'm stressed with work. Everything I see is wrong. Why are you coming? You don't put your shoes away properly. The kids haven't done their homework. And they're so big, the big boys, and they haven't cooked. Why do you have to cook? That kind of thing happens all the time. So with the understanding of this, which, thank you, Go and Trang, for sharing, which is another, it's like, it helps me to remember. It's like a constantly reminder that, we have to sort of, it's like matching that frequency. And like when the kids come home and they're not in a high vibration, and then I am, then I'm all positive, but they're not very positive. We're also out of sync that way too. So yes, so it's important to sort of gauge and then match the vibration. That's my share. Thank you, cô Anh Trang.
Thank you. I can feel you very passionate about this topic.
It's because it's daily. It's family. Everyone has a family. If you ask Mạnh Khang, you would have a reality of these too. Do you feel that when out of sync, when you're not with these 9 words, with any anything that can go not desirably would be one of those words that are out of sync with one another. Yeah. It's not wrong, it's just out of sync. Yeah. Go share Mạnh Khang. I'd love to hear from Mạnh Khang. I'll give back the host to Cô Anh Trang. I'll listen now, but I'm serious.
Maybe Mạnh Khang have more peaceful experience.
When they are in sync.
So you're asking when they're not in sync, what do you think will
So my original questions is that in your experience, okay, your family, or you have a marriage, yes, so in your family, conflicts often arise when one of these foundation lackings. So which one is struck more to you?
Maybe it is I would say it's the shared agreement, because my dad and my mom, they are always because my mom really wants to share this really good information with my dad, but he just always finds different ways, different ideas to counter attack all of these things that she is in talking to him. It's always like that. Every day, almost every day, when my dad's home, it's like that. And then I join the conversation for some reason.
Do you get in between? Very cute.
So we can't they can't decide what to have for dinner. Oh, Mạnh Khang, come here. Let's get decide first.
Are you the only child, Mạnh Khang?
Yeah.
So you have to be the judge between them. And so whoever
Good
you
for
support,
you.
that person gets the... See, I'm right.
Yes.
Oh,
Bragging
what a
rights.
job. You're very sweet. I'm sure you know what to do.
That's why I love to hear Mạnh Khang's voice so much.
With this philosophy, Mạnh Khang will gain the wisdom to know what's right, what's wrong, what's true, what's false.
Exactly.
What you should and what you shouldn't.
Exactly.
Bless you. I'll turn off one.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Cô Anh Trang.
Thank you for spice up the room, Cô Linh Lê. So we will find either is marriage or family life. Okay. What happens? We're looking at the first 3 foundations. The first 3 foundation pillar of love, sexuality, and finances. So the first 3. Yeah. What happens if the financial pillar is lacking? Okay. Either the marriage or family life can still endure without finances, and both people or everyone in the family will likely to continue on together, but it might feel financially constrained. Yeah, the evidence is clear that not every couples, not every family members in the marriage will with financial fulfillment. Okay. And many people, many couples start out lacking money at the beginning, but thanks to love and sexuality, they can slowly rebuild their financial foundation. So, to simplify the financial aspect in marriage or in family life, where we would encourage everyone to remember just 2 words, that is unification and autonomy, okay, with finances. If we want to have the strong finances in the family, okay, we need to remember 2 words, unification and autonomy. unification and autonomy. So those two words will help to strengthen the finances in the family. Let's say, what if the sexual pillars is missing? What if there's missing sexuality in marriage? Okay, it's marriage only. With family, when it's considered children, then it's we will take this away. But when in marriage, we're talking about marriage. Would marriage still be survived without the sexual part? What do you think? Maybe Colin Lê, if you come back, you be the person who would be brave to answer the questions compared to anyone else. Thầy Thông, what do you think? Will the marriage still survive without sexuality?
Are you asking me personally?
Anyone would be able to brave to answer these questions, because I know it's a sensitive topic.
As in not like what I've heard or what I've been taught.
Mm-hmm.
I think generally if people don't have aren't on this journey, haven't learnt beyond what out there is, it's not possible.
Okay.
So I think that for the general public it's not possible. Yeah. But I've heard that but with this, when I've heard, like when people come together and there is a common goal, when like you're just observing Thai, Thai's marriage, they come together because of mission and vision and whatever, Suman.
Yeah.
Then it's different. So people come together, it's different. But when people come because of the share of, love as in that attachment, then you need that attachment. Because I think for men, they, in particular, I think they view them that
you can speak for men.
Articulated through that.
I think Thầy Thông can speak for men.
So that's what I'm saying in terms of the general public. General public is, I don't think so.
Okay.
That. But then answering your question, the ultimate answer is yes, it's possible.
Oh, right. Thank you.
I don't know what that is.
Thank you.